So with Indian Wells just around the corner, we have some big rankings ramifications coming up over the next couple of weeks. Of course, Jannik Sinner's not going to be playing, so his ranking won't be affected, but the players behind him have an opportunity to potentially close the gap between him and the rest of the pack. But let's go have a look at who has the most to gain and lose on the rankings this year. I'll start on the WTA side of things. So last year, Swiatek, she obviously won the tournament, so she has the most to lose with 1,000 points. Sakkari actually made the final, which is 650 points, and she's at 29 in the world, so if she doesn't do well this tournament, she could drop down the rankings pretty badly. Coco Gauff, she made the semifinals last year with 390 points to defend, and Kostyuk at number 24 in the world, she's got 390 points as well from last year's semifinals. So a couple of players there that did really well last year really have to sort of defend those points if they're going to keep their ranking where they are at the moment. The players with the most to gain at this tournament, Pegula, she won a tournament last week, number 4 in the world currently, lost first round or second round, so only has 10 points to defend. Rybakina didn't play last year, had to pull out last minute, of course, was the defending champion the year before. She's number 7 in the world, so she's playing this tournament with no pressure. Zhang, she is number 9 in the world currently, hasn't had a great season so far, but hasn't got many points to defend here, so really could help her cause at this event. And Andreeva, she lost first round last year, of course, wasn't seeded at this tournament last year. Now she's number 11 seed, so she's got an opportunity to get back in the top 10 by the end of this week. On the men's side of things, most to lose, of course, Alcaraz, he won the tournament last year. He's number 3 in the world, so unfortunately for him, he won't be able to close the gap with Sinner this week, but having won this tournament twice in a row, it'd be shocking if he didn't make it far, sort of the quarterfinals onwards. Medvedev, he actually made it to the final last year, number 6 in the world with 650 points to defend, and he hasn't been playing great lately, so he's really got to play well this week just to kind of keep that ranking around that top 5. Tommy Paul, he made the semis last year, he's got 400 points to defend. He just fell out of the top 10 last week, so he's number 11 in the world, so he needs to defend those points. And Zverev, he made the quarterfinals last year. He's number 2 in the world. Now, he does have a lot of points because, 200 points for a quarterfinal, but he's going to have to sort of win the tournament or at least make the final to get a big chunk of points added to his total to kind of close the gap with Sinner. And he hasn't been playing well, Zverev, so again, it's going to be interesting to see how he goes. Players with the most to gain at this tournament, of course, Rublev didn't play great last year. He's currently number 8 in the world, so he has a chance to potentially get his ranking a little bit higher if he can have a good run here. Auger-Aliassime, he's been so good this season. 18 in the world currently. Didn't play great at this tournament last year. Has a lot of points to add if he has a good run. Of course, Novak Djokovic, massive shock loss last year in the 3rd round. He's number 7 in the world, so this is a great opportunity for Nole to get his ranking back up the top, sort of that top 5 or maybe even top 4 where he can avoid playing guys like Alcaraz in the quarterfinals, which he's going to have to do at this tournament potentially. And Draper, he lost first round or second round last year. He's 14 in the world, so this is a great opportunity for him to potentially push into that top 10 for the first time ever. So some players there that have got a big opportunity to really help their rankings this week. So there it is. They are the players with the most to gain and the most to lose. Let me know in the comments below, though. Do you think any of the players I mentioned that have the most to gain can break back into the top 10 or get into the top 10 for the first time? Or someone like a Djokovic who can finally get back to top 4? Because I'll tell you what, this year he has had the worst draw, but it's not only because of the draw being, just bad and, bad luck, but also his ranking. If he wasn't ranked sort of that between, 5 and 8 in the world, he wouldn't have to play Alcaraz so early in these tournaments. But there it is. They are the players with the most to gain and most to lose this week at Indian Wells. Let's see what happens.